Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Comic Chat with Gats. We are a weekly podcast and video blog about our feelings or comic books, whichever come first.
It's true.
And so we like to go over the newest things in comics, but honestly, we're in the drought of 2015, so we're going to be doing some things having to do with quizzes, things that I'm going to fail at, because the whole point of this is that I don't and still don't really know a lot about comics, and I have Taylor here with me to teach me. So what are we going to be learning today?
Well, to be fair, I know we said drought, but there's tons of comic books coming out
there?
all the time.
Well, you know.
I mean, there's weekly. I'm sure there's new. There's plenty of stuff for people to read. But I've been in a little bit of a Metal Gear drought myself. So
yeah.
that's. But next week we're going to talk about comics. We'll talk about that later. First, I want to talk about this month is the 75th anniversary of Green Arrow. Not Green Arrow. Green Lantern. Just my Green Arrow cover.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bunch of Green Lantern variant covers going out there, and this is my favorite because it's the Neil Adams. Like Green Lantern, Green Arrow from the 70s. Have you seen those, Chris?
No.
Well, here, show this to people. Like, it's my favorite variant because I love Green Arrow. We both love Green Arrow, right? But, wow, this is good.
He doesn't look anything like Oliver. Oliver, we all know.
I hope it does. I hope he gets a sweet beard. So this is the original Neil Adams stuff. So, but it's like old.
Are they always friends? Or, why are they always
They teamed up in this. This is where they first started teaming up. But they get in arguments and, they always want to, kill each other. And it's great. It's great stuff.
Friendly arguments? Or just, shut up, you're an idiot. I don't like you.
I
don't like your face.
They get into straight up, fisticuffs sometimes. But they're friends. But, one's, this galactic cop and one's, this, street level guy. So it's definitely a drastic difference. Let me try to find a good cover that shows the, I don't know, but just so this is the kind of the style. And it's the same artist, so he came back and did that, which is pretty cool. So that was just fun. It's just 70th anniversary of Green Lantern, and I love Green Lantern, you know that. Chris doesn't really, but he's only seen the movie, so.
Yeah, that's very true. I have zero interest in him just because of what Ryan Reynolds and he had done together.
The movie wasn't that bad, though.
It was. We did it lasted an hour and almost 2 hours long. We did an actual we watched the movie.
Parts.
Yeah, we watched the movie in 2 parts, and we recorded ourselves watching it. Just audio only. If you're ever interested in listening to that in the car, you can learn a lot about commentary. You can learn about a lot about Green Lantern. You can learn why I didn't like it and what confused me a lot about the movie.
The movie had problems. I agree, but I don't think it's as everyone hates on it. It wasn't like Fantastic Four.
Valid.
Or I don't know.
Can you not think of another
Kevin James movies?
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. I like them. Just like I like Adam Sandler movies. I like Adam Sandler movies more than I like Kevin James movies, but sometimes they're cross-compatible because they're all Happy Madison
productions.
Moving on. Okay, so I have a quiz for you, Chris.
This is going to go really well.
This is one I couldn't do.
Oh, great. This will make it even better.
From Loot Crate, the Villains one. I remember if you watch the unboxing video, I was reading this out loud thinking, oh, I'm going to be fine. And I was like, I don't know who said any of these things. So I was like, I'm going to quiz Chris about them. Because this will be lucky guesses. Some of these people you'll know, Okay, so I crossed out the answers.
So we'll just show it to everyone real quick. It's got some little pop art of different characters in there. I recognize the Joker and Walter White. That's Doom. Is it Joffrey?
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's Venom.
Yeah.
From Portal.
Yeah.
GLaDOS, and then...
We've talked about that guy a whole bunch of times. You say his name wrong.
Thanos?
No.
Oh, Darkseid.
Yeah. And that's...
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
And then Red Skull?
Yeah. You know all these guys.
Okay,
I don't know any of these guys. You know them all. Okay, so I'm going to read the quotes out loud, and then Chris is going to have to try to match them. I'll start with the easier ones.
Okay.
Cake and grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of this test.
GLaDOS.
Okay, Chris has got one.
I got one.
I wonder if I'm good enough. I'm going to put a 1, a ding, some there. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, here's another one that you might know. Okay. If that's true, if you don't know who I am, then maybe your best course is to tread lightly.
That's Walter White.
Yeah. Okay, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I have these answers here, so I'm trying to figure out which one's the good ones. Let's see. When I command your surrender, I speak with 3 billion voices. When I make a fist to crush your resistance, it is with 3 billion hands. When I stare into your eyes and shatter your dreams and break your heart, it is with 6 billion eyes. Who do you think that would be?
I mean, it sounds like someone who has a lot of people, and the only guy I would imagine who would be Darkseid.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, man, 3. So you know what? You're pretty good at this. Okay, so everyone is mine to torment.
That sounds like Joffrey.
It is Joffrey.
Okay, yeah. All right, am I halfway there? How many did you get?
I don't remember none. I think I definitely got GLaDOS, and then I was just kind of after sitting down this morning looking through these, I was like, okay, I was figuring it out, and I was like, this is probably this person. Let's see. dumb one. And now a toast to an unending conquest.
It sounds like Lex
We
Luthor.
can come back. You want to hold it? You want to get
Is
another
it
one?
Lex Luthor?
It's not Lex Luthor.
Okay, so I guess you were kind of making it like that. And then if it was that, it was Red Skull.
Yes, it's Red Skull.
Okay.
Okay. I see the end of our potential, the end of our achievements, the end of our dreams. You are my nightmare.
That's Lex Luthor.
Yes, because he's talking about Superman, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can't be as powerful. We've talked about Lex Luthor before.
Yeah.
That works. Okay.
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing real good. 10,000 futures have I looked at, 100,000, and only one does mankind finally unite and flourish and survive. Only one.
Well, it has to be Doom because he can't. Venom can't time travel. Joker can't. I mean, technically Doom can't.
Doom.
Either.
It's Doom.
Yeah.
Well, he's also like the leader of the whole entire Latveria. Yeah, he owns his own country.
Oh, okay.
And like it's like Victor Von Doom's castle in like Latveria, and shit's always going down there.
Oh.
But like Doom's an interesting character. I think he would do more of like what Ultron did. Like he'd be the one that's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna lift the whole city out of the ground and like threaten the whole world with this more like than Ultron. It felt like a very Doom thing to do. But they don't have Doom, so they're like, why not
do it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then there is perhaps we'll smash all of your masks first. Yes. That should make it much easier to decide whose face we want to eat first.
The Joker's never said he wanted to eat anyone's face, so it's gotta be Venom.
It is Venom.
Okay.
So now the last quote
It's Joker.
is Joker. We gotta find it. Here. I think it's... Okay. Well, yes. So all it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
Yeah, that was from The Killing Joke.
Yep. Joker.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I did it.
Chris, you got like we got one mistake, but that one mistake led you to the right
The
answer.
whole point of this podcast is to show that I don't know anything about comics. I'm gonna go with deductive reasoning. That's how I figured that.
I mean, that was quite deductive reasoning. It's also this is issue 32.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've been learning a lot about comic books. Maybe that's the thing. Is if you listen to all these episodes, you could be as knowledgeable as Chris. Okay, Chris, I want to ask you. You borrowed all of my Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Batmans.
Yeah.
Tell me about
All
like,
of
your
volume
experience.
6, you
Well,
wanna
I
go
still
through.
haven't worked on.
You're Metal Gearing. I should be able to read it before you.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. You saying?
Greg Capullo.
Capullo.
Caputo is the guy from Orange is the
Orange is
New
the New
Black.
Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I was one or the other. So it's good. I mean, I'm on volume. I finished volume 5, waiting for you to finish volume 6. Volume 7 comes out in a month.
Comes out Tuesday.
Volume 7, the final, and is this it?
Then it's the new. Yeah, then you can't. There's no more volumes. Then it's March, I think, by the time the Gordon stuff comes out. So I think I'll just start. I'll just buy all the single issues and you
Okay.
can read those. You'll read single issues of comic books.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really good. It was weird to do like volume 1 to volume 2 was the owl stuff, and that was really cool. And then it went to 3, and it just took a different direction. So
No,
I mean,
three was the
Different
Joker
than
stuff.
Family.
Yeah, different direction. It's more just like the thing you have to understand about New 52 Batman. It's kind of like they didn't reboot it. It wasn't like the beginning. It's just more Batman story.
Okay.
And so they kind of were able to lead it wherever they wanted, which is really nice. I think that the freedom that those guys got for reinventing Batman
Sure.
is amazing. But
See, I always thought volumes, to me, I thought volumes matched each other. So going from Owls to Joker to a totally, it's different. I mean, the only thing connecting them is that Robin or Nightwing would come in and be like, hey, Batman, you need to really let us in and let us help you. And he never does. And then volume 3, he starts paying for that. And then volume 4,
that is a prequel.
yeah, that's before anything even happens.
0 year. Yeah.
And then that's when they mess with the Riddler. That was a cool story. 4 and 5, and then 5 is when the actual Riddler takes over, and it's only been like 28 days or something. And everything's already fucking grass is growing everywhere out of control. Grass somehow is growing in 28 days. I'm not sure how that works. But otherwise, I mean, it was cool. I thought it was interesting. So is 6 a continuation of the prequel, or is it
Sequel? 6 is weird. I'm reading 6 now, and that's why I didn't delve into it like deep, because it's like 4 or 5 different stories in like 1 to 2 maybe issues that are just random Batman stories. Like some of them, like one of them, like 2 of them took place during 0 year, but they're like other like it was like a bank robbery by the Red Hood gang, and like Batman trying to infiltrate them that just didn't make it into the volume, which doesn't make any sense to me, or didn't make it to issue. Like I'm really confused about like they're fully done issues.
They did that in 5. In
Did
volume 5, yeah, they did how he learned to drive really fast by working with a Brazilian guy who kidnapped people, and then he crashed the car and made him get arrested, and then another one of Bruce. Just something. They were little one-off stories. Like,
Yeah, there's a bunch
was
of those
weird.
in Volume 6 too.
Yeah,
And that's pretty much all Volume 6 is a bunch of one-off stories. So that's why I was kind of like, I'm gonna. Well, I think there's two. There's the annual and something else that are actually like after.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to take place after, in between, I guess, Volume 5 and Volume 6. Robin died, or Damien died. He was killed to death.
I saw that I was watching a video, and that was one of the shocking deaths that happened. And I thought, so is that
already
not
back to life,
mentioned anywhere in 6?
I think it's the thing is that's what the description on the back was really excited to read. It's supposed to be like it's called Graveyard Shift, and it's supposed to be death. Batman dealing with the death of his son, which I think that's what the annual's about. Like,
Okay,
Batman,
yeah, because that's what I want to see.
That's what I want to read.
That.
That's when I was like, but I go, I don't want to read this like other stuff, but then of course I start reading like 3 pages, and they're Scott Snyder, and it's so good,
very good
that you're just like, okay, I'm back.
I was able to get through in probably a night. Each
Yeah,
volume was able.
Like Chris all of a sudden was like, I'm reading these like so fast. I'm like, Chris, what's going on here? So yeah. So do you have any questions about this as you read it, or did you like?
I probably would have a while ago,
right?
But it's been because after that, I mean, I've read through all of Flash, so
no, he read basically all of the stuff leading up to Flashpoint
and then Flashpoint, yeah. And then I am in Daredevil Deadpool right now.
How are you liking that?
It's okay. I mean, it's good, but the thing is that when you get the Marvel app, I've had the Marvel app since maybe 2012, and the free issue was Deadpool #1 of whatever.
Yeah, it was of the Secret Wars.
Yeah, and so it's always the same. Like I'm reading the baseball thing again, the jokes. I'm like, okay, so I imagine on repeated readings, a lot of the jokes don't land as well.
Well, the thing I loved about that was Deadpool tricking the Skrulls by having them inject his like mutant healing factor into them.
Yeah,
and then them exploding because they think it's like where he's like, oh no, I'm literally dying all the time. So it's your body's gonna make too many cells. Yeah, well, see you later. And that remember when we talked about have we ever talked about Iron Patriot at all?
No.
Who's played by Rhodey from the Iron Man movies, the black guy.
Oh,
Iron
the
Patriot
blue one.
when he's like red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
and he's not
yeah.
Iron. Well, in the comic books, that's Osborn. That's not
Harry Osborn.
No,
Henry Osborn.
His dad.
So he's not a Green Goblin.
Yeah, Green Goblin, not Hobgoblin. Harry is.
Wait, who's Hobgoblin?
Well,
There's 2 Green Goblins.
Green Goblin is what's his name? What's Osborn's?
Welcome to the show about comic books.
No, come on. Whatever. Oswald. There's Henry's the son.
Yeah.
And the dad.
I thought Harry was the son.
Harry's the son, but it's not Henry then. Harry's the son. The dad is Norman. Norman Osborn. Paul. Jimmy Osborn.
Yeah.
Norman Osborn is never like sickly or anything like that. Like he's up there with Victor Von Doom as far as like he's a main like headliner arch villain of the Marvel universe.
Okay.
Maybe not quite as Victor Von Doom is pretty much the coolest. I think Victor Von Doom might be the coolest villain in the Marvel universe overall. Magneto's up there too. I like Magneto too, but Victor Von Doom always has like he's really smart. Always has shit going on. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, so Norman Osborn. Right when Deadpool sends like Fury, I think it's Fury or Captain America or someone, I don't think it's like Deadpool send me the information on the Skrull Queen right there. Well, Norman Osborn intercepts it. It never gets to Fury on how to beat the Skrull Queen. He decides he's going to make himself look good. He kills the Skrull Queen in front of the world, like on camera, and is like, "I'm a hero now. Look at me!" and tricks everyone. Makes his own Avengers, but kicks the good Avengers out. They have to go underground because like now like he looks like a good person, but they don't know he's bad. There's no way they can prove it. They're trying to prove it, and so he's Iron Patriot.
Okay.
Then you have Venom, who's taking the place of Spider-Man, and you have so it's like he just makes himself not look as gross, and then Hawkeye, is played by Bullseye.
Okay.
So because he has the
Makes
aim and
sense,
stuff, and so basically the whole Justice League, or the whole Avengers team, the new Avengers they were called, are bad guys pretending to be good, and they were doing some good, but they're still bad guys and doing bad shit too. So it was a really cool comic book series, and that's why when it was like, oh, it's Iron Patriot, I'm like, that's not Iron. It's not Iron Patriot. And Iron Man 2, that's not Iron Patriot. That's just...
So was there never an Iron Patriot before Osborn created the Iron Patriot?
Right. He made, he stole one of Iron Man's suits and repainted it.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird that they included Iron Man 2 as stuff.
Yeah, why not just make... Because War Machine, I guess, looks... because they wanted... I don't know, maybe they didn't have to write to Spider-Man, so they're like, whatever, we're never going to do this anyway. I don't know. I always thought it was weird. I was like, why? Just leave him War Machine. He ends up being War Machine at the end again, right?
So he is War Machine for the new Avengers.
He's always been War Machine. Rhodey's always been War Machine. And so when he, in the first Iron Man movie, when he saw the suit, you're like, because he was like, next time. I don't know if you remember that in Iron Man 1, but he looks at one of the suits. There's a silver one that's not painted yet. He's like, next time, and
that was
when it was. Yeah, that was the guy from Empire.
Dead Air.
Okay.
Who is it? Oh, damn, I don't remember his name. Anyway, he's a good guy.
Oh man, Empire's great.
Empire is a great show.
Yeah.
He's actually not going to be featured as much this season, too, because he's having some off-the-air troubles. I don't know what that even means. I just read it.
Well, he's in jail anyway. Who cares? In
Oh,
the
I thought
show.
he actually was in jail.
No.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he is in jail anyways.
Yeah, their actual actor. I don't care. He's in jail. Whatever. Fuck
Or
him.
that guy, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yeah. So, but yeah, and then he was replaced by Don Cheadle. Who Don Cheadle's
I
better
love
anyway.
Don Cheadle.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
gosh.
a huge fan.
Did you ever see the Don Cheadle Captain Planet sketch?
No.
It's so good. Listeners, I'm going to put a link in the show notes. Or not listeners. I guess listeners, yeah, in the show notes. And then I'm also going to put a link on the YouTube because you have to see that. It's
Right
good.
here.
No, it's going to be in the... All right, I guess we're
Over there.
fine. Okay. Okay, we got another quiz. How are we doing on time, Chris?
We're doing pretty good. We got about maybe 10 more minutes left.
Great. Star Wars again, because
Oh,
I love
God.
it. Okay, before we start this, actually, I did read the Star Wars... gosh, I wish I remembered the name of it. It's the new comic that came out. I can look at... I can't.
Comic books.
Comic books. No, it takes place after... I finished the book, by the way. The Star Wars Aftermath.
How
The
did you
book.
like it?
I really liked it. The kid character annoyed the shit out of me the whole
Like
time.
Anakin level annoyed the shit?
More than Anakin ever annoyed me. Because Anakin was just kind of like there, and he's just a terrible actor, but
Mhm.
like, I was still like, he's Darth Vader, so I kind of give him like, even though he was terrible, I still kind of give him a pass, and like, this episode 2 is still a wash. But, except for all the cool Jedi fights. No, like, I don't know, there's a mom and a son character, and the mom's a badass, and the son is really good, but he's like this 14-year-old whiny doucher,
Mhm.
and he's kind of like thinks he's cool. Like he's always like he thinks, oh no, I can take care of myself, and that's the voice that the guy gives him too.
Oh, is it?
Which the guy does amazing voices. Like he does amazing Admiral Akbar, Han Solo, like all sorts of stuff, and it's great. And there's Star Wars music in the background. And it's really great. But that kid is always like, no wait, like he's like the sniveling brat character, and like he keeps fucking shit up, and he's just a total fucking d-bag, and I hate him so much. But like I don't know, he redeems himself, whatever, but. And he makes the mom character worse, but she's always like, oh, but I love you, like, we're gonna be okay. And I'm just like, lady, you're a fucking badass rebel pilot that helped take down the Death Star. Stop it. Like, just slap that kid
It's like
down.
Bad Judge, NBC show, where it was a mom who was all tough and important. She couldn't handle her family life. Anyway,
Yeah, like that. It's
canceled after
ridiculous.
one episode. Canceled after the first commercial break, actually. Real fun fact.
Really?
I think it was that one. I think Bad Judge. It was one of the shows last season on NBC. Got canceled during the first commercial break.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really bad. Okay, so anyway, so the comic's really good. It takes place just like the book, right after. It's actually like literally after the celebration on Endor. Are you gonna try some of that?
You go.
Okay.
You go.
Right after the celebration on Endor, and it's cool. It's like how everyone's dealing with what happened. Like so, like where Luke and Leia and everybody are off to figure out like how to pull this whole place together. And that was kind of the interesting part about the book too. Is yes, they killed the Emperor, and Vader, but yeah, right. You didn't expect that, but you're eating little like TIE fighters and like Millennium Falcons. Like that's a Millennium Falcon.
That's Millennium Falcon.
And that's an R2D2, the marshmallow. Anyway, so yeah, it's cool. It's like what happens? The Empire's not dead, so all these people that are high level people in the Empire that weren't on the Death Star are still like, well, the universe is in chaos now. The Empire needs to like regain stuff. So it's really good. I suggest that comic. It was really fun to read.
How long did it take you to listen through it?
It's a good question. It took I don't know, probably like a week, but I mean I have a 40 to 45 minute drive every day,
Mhm.
so I mean it was 38 chapters. And audiobooks are usually slower than reading because it's like
Their pace.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good. Okay, so now that we talked about comic books, there's a Star Wars quiz. Are you a Star Wars fan? On the back of the limited edition Star Wars cereal. Did you like it? Did you hate it?
It was okay. It tastes like Trix. Like,
It's
we were
Trix
talking
with
before the show.
marshmallows.
Trix without the color too, which is really off-putting.
Yeah.
Also, you guys should definitely take a look out of our Force Friday. It's been over for a little bit, but we did some cool unboxings. We also did some Disney Infinity with with Yoda and
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. So yeah, take a look. It's right there. And you can watch our old video so we show our unboxings of some of the stuff we got. But now we're doing a quiz.
Yep. Okay,
Star
so
Wars, which I
Matthew's
just finished.
quote to the character that said it.
Just watched the first 3 like 2 months ago, and so I'll probably be pretty fresh in my head. So quotes, who said it? We're doing who
Yeah.
said it? Okay.
If there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that's farthest from it.
No idea.
Okay, well, we'll skip that one.
Okay.
If I do their impressions, then you're going to get
Is
it
there
right
a
away,
list of
so-
people I can choose from?
It's all these people in the back.
Oh, well, I mean, this wasn't told. I didn't know that. Okay, so
I mean, it's the main characters.
yeah, all right.
So, well, of all those people, who do you think would have said that? first one.
If there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that is farthest from it. So bright center to the universe, farthest from it. I mean, it's probably not Darth Vader because he doesn't speak a whole lot. I'm gonna go with Han Solo.
Nope.
Is it Luke Skywalker?
Yes.
Nah, because
Okay.
he was talking about his home planet.
Yeah, he's talking about
Yeah.
Titan. Okay, who said this one? The Force is strong with this one.
That's Darth Vader.
Yeah, totally.
This is for kids, so I really feel like right.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
That's Han Solo.
No, god damn it, Chris.
Oh, Princess Leia.
Yeah, that's like the line. Like that's like the first line she ever says to Luke. What's funny is I just saw this thing the other day. There was 2 action figures. There was Luke Skywalker and a stormtrooper, and they had a measuring thing. And Luke stormtrooper was a little bit taller than the stormtrooper, and they're like, "Well, I guess that wasn't very accurate." And then, great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
It's Han Solo.
Do or do not. There is no try.
This is kind of cheap. Where's Chewbacca's line?
They're supposed to trick you
Yoda.
because if there was one of
Yoda.
each, the Chewbacca style would be.
Yeah. I would like to see
Like
that in actual letters.
Well, some of that stuff is in that book, so I'd like to get the book to read it because he's Han Solo talking to Chewie, and the guy did the thing was good. Anyway, so there you go. You suck.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all. That was much more fun learning about villains.
Okay, how about this? Where in the universe, which character calls each place home?
All right, so Tatooine
Yeah.
is Luke Skywalker.
Alderaan,
Alderaan was blown up, so it's Princess Leia.
Corellia.
Corellia, I don't know. Corellia isn't the place where Yoda has to go, so it must be Chewbacca. Han Solo.
Yeah.
And
And Kashyyyk.
never heard of it. Kashyyyk is where Darth Vader's from.
Chewbacca.
Is it really? I thought Chewbacca's place was like
No, it's Kashyyyk. 100% Kashyyyk.
Monkey Island or something.
No, Kashyyyk.
Okay, well now I know that.
Okay.
Useless information.
Yeah. Okay. This is so easy. Who flies the Millennium Falcon?
Han Solo.
Yeah. Who flies the X-wing?
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who flies the TIE Fighter? Of all these people, who flies the bad guy ship?
The bad guy ship that seems like Darth Vader.
Yeah!
Good
All
choice.
right. So I think you're.
Oh, so there's like a
you're
Jedi
like,
ranking.
I think maybe you're a Padawan. You got like 10.
What's the lowest you can get?
More Jedi training you need.
Oh, that's stupid. I should have said like Nerfer or something.
Whoa, good idea. Look at
See?
that. Chris has better ideas. Okay.
All right. You didn't just have a seizure. You just saw a fluctuation in cameras. We ran out of editing room.
We need to get a better camera.
We need to get a better camera. But we did have a fun episode today. We got to
Yep.
go through a lot of different stuff. We got to see that I know villains. We got to see that I know nothing about Star Wars on a children's educational level on the back of OK cereal. And then also we learned about Green Arrow and Green Lantern being just the best of friends. And they look really angry at each other, though. Are they? Oh, he's aiming the bow. at
Yeah,
the
and
eye.
he's trying to stop him.
That makes more sense when you look into it. Okay.
You didn't notice that before?
No, I didn't notice. I thought they were both firing the arrow together. Like, let's do this as one.
No, they're fighting back. Yeah, he's
one
trying to shoot
power.
Green
Oh, well.
Lantern.
All right.
You know what's funny is I bet you that this this issue of Green Arrow probably has nothing to do with Green Lantern at all because it's a variant cover, so it's just for fun. But I would love if you opened it up and they're fighting in like the modern, like the.
You're not gonna open it.
Ah, I can open it. We can find out right now.
Okay. All right. Don't break anything
Ooh, that's cool looking.
from Comedy Central.
It looks very
Web
Far
series.
Cry
Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
You got wolves in here. Spoiler.
There's so many.
Pretty ugly.
There's so many
Ads
advertisements.
now. There's so
What?
many. Actually, there's these ads. I think they took them out because people got upset. But there were ads when the first issues. Yeah, there's definitely no Green Lantern in this. They did ads in the first issue that like took over like the bottom half. Oh, like this, but it was like if you imagine like there was a comic book.
Oh
comic
no
book
way!
here. Remember, it used
Like
to
a
be
banner
shot,
ad.
but it was at the bottom, like across both parts, and like the comic was cut here and
That's
here.
terrible.
But there's Deadpool's relaunching, and his first issue commented on that. Like the first issue has like a fake ad at the bottom, and Deadpool's like, "What the heck is this all about?"
Yeah.
So it's like Marvel is commenting on DC's like weird ad thing. It's fun, but yeah. So it's the episode, right?
Yeah. What do we have on tap for next week?
Next week we've got the Legion of Superheroes. Getting back to comic books, we're gonna talk
Okay.
about. That's why of all these stacked here,
What are comic books?
comic.
We haven't done
books.
those in
Yeah,
months.
well, we talked about you wrote some Batman. We just talked
Yeah.
about Green Arrow
Yeah,
comic
very
books,
true.
but we're actually gonna like get some comic book history on
Okay.
because the DC deck building expansion Legion
Which
of
we love to
Superheroes
play.
we
Check
love
right
to play. I found out the other day on Twitter that they're doing a Legion of Superheroes. It's not the expansion; it's called a crossover pack. So it's kind of like the Arrow one, where it's just small, like 22 cards that you mix in to give it a more feel of something else.
Sure.
And I even tweeted at friend of the show, Richard Brady. He's always making nice comments on YouTube videos. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Richard. And I asked him because my favorite character in the Legion of Superheroes is Starman, and I was like, "Hey, is Starman in it?" Because I got super stoked, and I was like, "I didn't know this was coming," and he was like, "Yeah, Starman's totally in it." So I'm very excited. We'll talk about the Legion, who they are, and then we'll definitely do a review. I think this will be our first review of the new DC of it, and I think I'm going to mix it into Teen Titans because Superboy Prime is a big part of one of these books.
So multiple things I won't know about.
Well, we'll have to teach you as we go. You guys have questions.
We'll do that.
Yeah. And so anyway, that'll be next week. We're going to be getting in depth in the Legion of Superheroes. They're kind of not as well known, so it'll be fun. It won't be just like, oh, Batman or Superman. We haven't done Batman.
No, we have not done that.
But whatever. It won't be the Flash or someone you've heard of before. It'll be you might have heard of them, but it'll be a little bit more in depth. Could be fun.
All right, cool. Well, you can follow us on Twitter, Comic Chat WGAT, Instagram and Tumblr, Comic Chat with Gat. And we are a part of a growing network of podcasts under the name of CBX Cast. There's the Cardboard Box, which focuses on video games. There is Real Retro.
Yeah, he did it.
Got it. I'm not always plugging Keeping It Real on IGN, but there's Real Retro that does any movie before 2005. And they just talk about them and then they give their take on it.
Yeah.
And then there's Not Yet Rated, which is about current movies. So that's exciting. And go to CBXCast.com, and you can listen, you can see more, you can watch all our videos. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Actually.
Yeah, because then we know how many people are into this, and we know comment, leave a nice thing or mean thing, whatever you want to do. Like, dislike, any of that stuff, and then share too. You can dislike if you need to if you don't like us. And then because it helps us get motivated to make sure we know you guys are watching.
Yeah, and tell us what you don't like or what you like. Let us make it better for you.
Right? Yeah, there we go. So with that said, we hope you enjoyed, and also subscribe to the podcast. If you're on, you're on your phone, you're on your way to work, you want to listen to something, and you want to hear our voices, and maybe not, you don't get to see the covers. The variants, the Stephen Amell's, the Batman Who I Broke. You get to see all these great things, but you can also listen to us. So enjoy. Again, goodbye.
Goodbye.